you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Today what I wanted to do was I wanted to share my collection of books and what helped me on my Barbie doll journey. And then I wanted to show you a quick little how to do a beautiful necklace for your Barbie doll, just like the one I have here. This book here is called The Collector's Encyclopedia of Barbie Dolls and Collectibles, and it's by Sybil Dewayne and Joan Ashbranner. Oh my goodness, this book was fabulous. So if you wanted to add that to your collection, it will help educate you, and collecting, a lot of fun of it is educating yourself. So this book is really fabulous because it gives you a lot of in-depth knowledge. The 850 Barbie, how the irises were blue and the curved eyebrow, you know, how over time, how the eyebrow changes, how the skin tone changes, but a lot of great information here. And this book, however, it's a little bit vintage because it is in black and white, but you see it's got a lot of information on Skipper dolls, Tootie and Chris, your Ken dolls, like looking at Ken dolls from the first issue made in Taiwan in 1976. So, and how Ken has evolved. We've got the Malibu Ken here. So this book I found as a really good resource book that I use. And whenever I have time, I sit down with a cup of tea and enjoy the reading and the education you get. Like, look at this Hawaiian Steffi head mold doll. See how it's changed over time? And then the baggy Francie doll. And then the baggy Casey doll. I've never seen those two, but it would be a treat to see. Here's a quick curled Cara doll, 1975, and it's got the Steffi mold. But this book, if you can source it out, is a really great book. So I recommend this book again. The Collector's Encyclopedia of Barbie Dolls and Collectible by Sybil Dewayne and Joan Ashbranner. Is Barbie, a value guide to the ultimate fashion doll, and it's a visual guide, and I love visual guides because it's quick, simple, and fast. So this book goes through all the visuals, and it gives you a value to it too. So on the cover of this doll, let me just turn to the back here. So it's called Barbie, a visual guide to the ultimate fashion doll. I think in the USA it's sold for $9 and $14 in Canada. But this book is fabulous because look at on the front cover. These are the iconic fashion outfits that we collectors love. But if you get your hand on this book, it's very helpful. And it shows you the different contents here. And of course, Barbie be anything. But it's a really great fast visual book. So when you're in bed, it's small enough, it's the size of my hand palm. And when you're in bed, you can just pull it out and hold it up. It's not one of those big books, but this one is so great. And you could just sit in bed and you could just open this up in the palm of your hand, and it's a great visual. Like this Barbie was so beautiful. The butterfly art one, I love it. I've got another version of this one, but it gives you a great visual to all the dolls. Home is real hardest. So here they go through a lot of the dream houses of Barbies. Of course, the iconic first cardboard home, and then I've got some beautiful homes to showcase. So more to come from BarbieRocks. This one here is I think I have this one, this family home, but it showcases all the different family homes. Like that one here is a 1974. I have this one I'm going to showcase to you. But I'm all about thrifting and collecting, but at reasonable prices and affordable prices. And I think I've got this one here, but this one here has got great visuals on the different homes. I've thrifted this one. This one was a beautiful home of Barbie's. And yeah, so if you get this book, it's really great. It's the size of like just a little bigger than your hand. It goes through all the different fashions and the collectible dolls. Like this one here is Sweet Secrets, Fashion and Fantasy. So a lot of different dolls. Talks about some of the older ones. It talks about the newer ones. It gives descriptive of what the doll came with. So a very, very handy book on vacation. Fun in the sun. There's cool and casual Kira, but great one to add to your collection. A lot of great reading, a lot of great descriptives. So source out this book, the Barbie Doll Collector's Handbook, Collecting Fun, Learn from the Experts. And this one is 96 pages of color. And it's called Barbie Doll Collector's Handbook. And I found this one really fun too. So it's by A. Glenn Mandeville, Marl Davidson, Priscilla Wardlow, Gary R. Ruddle. So learn from the experts. So they give you a great descriptive of Barbie dolls. There's the 1992 Mackie doll. It gives a lot of great. There is the 1988 Happy Holidays. What to collect, what to look for. The 1961 Bubble Cut, 1962 Ponytail, and this one, the beautiful 1964 Swirl Ponytail. And of course, the first bendable leg, 1965 Short Hair Barbie. The American Girl in the Bob Haircut. But this one is Learn from the Experts, a great book. So let me just kind of flip through and see what else. There's a lot of description. Okay, so this book is a great little handbook. Another great book, I think everybody's seen this, The World of Barbie Dolls, an Illustrated Value Guide by Paris and Susan Manos. So this one is one of my other go-to books. It's got, again, the different Barbie fashions, like Barbie doll in the outdoor life outfit number 1637, what Barbie wore outdoors. So, and I loved sourcing them out. This is one of my go-to books. But you see the iconic outfits that Barbie had through the years. So very informative. If you're a collector of vintage, BarbieRocks, my favorite are vintage. And love sharing it on the internet with all my Barbie rockers. So this is a great book. This is The World Barbie Dolls Illustrated Value Guide by Paris and Susan Manos. Source that one out. If you want to look at vintage doll collection clothes, this book is wonderful. This is the complete and unauthorized guide to vintage. It's got Barbie, Ken, Francie, Skipper, and the whole family. So this one is the 3rd edition. This is by Hilary Shilkatis James. This book I received for Christmas, and I love it. So it's got the index broken down by Barbie, Ken, Skipper, Ricky, Francie, Twiggy, Julia, Tootie, and the index. But it starts from Hello Barbie and all Barbie's iconic fashion. What it does is it shows you a complete set, what the complete set is worth. It ranges, like, for example, a complete set. Let's take a look at the fashion. I'll show you one. Okay, so let's say you are sourcing out Solo in the Spotlight. So what it does is that it gives you the collector number of the dress, which is 982. It tells you the year it came out, 1960 to 64. And if you have never, NRF means never removed from box. It's worth $275 to $350. If it's a complete set, it's worth $100 to $175. So if it's never been removed from box, it's worth a lot more money than if you were to take it out and play with it. And me, BarbieRocks, I love to get my hands on it. I love to debox it, and I love to dress the Barbies. But this is, it'll go through the book and demonstrate what a complete set is. Like, for example, Solo in the Spotlight dress came with all these items. The handkerchief, the microphone, the necklace, sorry about the focus, but the necklace, the long gloves, and the open toe shoes. So this is what this book is about, and it's so fabulous because it goes through all the different wardrobes and what you can find to complete your own sets. Okay, so it goes through first through Barbie, and then after Barbie it goes to the other ones here. But this is a great book. So if you can source out this book called The Complete and Unauthorized Guide to Vintage, again, it covers all these fashion dolls. When I go thrifting, I like to find doll books. This doll book is so fun. If you've got some time on your hands, this is the Fashion Designer Handbook. It's by Marjorie Galen. I think you can find it on eBay for about $6, $7. It's a fabulous book because this doll is for the Cindy doll, the vintage Cindy doll. It's quick and easy outfits you can make for your Cindy doll. And what I love about it is that you can go to a photocopy machine and the patterns are all given to you in the back of the book. It's so fabulous, and it teaches you what you can do. So let me just give you an example of this wonderful book. Okay, so let's say you want to make a skirt for your Cindy doll. Well, this fashion, you're going to be your initiation to beginning to be a designer. It's a great book for starters. Now, let's say you want to make a long skirt for Barbie or a short skirt. Well, here it is. It'll show you what the supplies that you need, and then it'll show you just what to do, what kind of fabrics to choose, and then voila, it shows you how to stitch it and sew it and how to put your skirt together. And it shows you how you can layer with different fabrics, and you can get a look like that. So you get 3 different patterns, 3 tiers. Here it's showing you how to make a quick and easy skirt by just using a classic kilt material, and how to just layer it with a bit of a stitching and fold. This is a real basic simple sewing. So I can do a video just on this wonderful book. So here's a summer dress and the different variations for the Cindy doll. And this is how you would make this, the patterns in the back and how you would stitch it. Very simple. So again, this is a real fabulous book. I can't stress enough. I can't wait to dive in this myself. And it's got all the patterns in the book. And when you order this book, you can use these patterns again and again and again. Just photocopy it, and then there you go. So it shows how all the patterns for the skirts, the dresses, the tops. So great book. So this is by Marjorie Galen. BarbieRocks likes to collect antique books because I love all dolls of all kinds. I love vintage dolls. Antique dolls are harder to come, but this it helps education on the different types of antique dolls, like for example, clay and hand dolls. So it shows you, it really gives you descriptions about the molds, the sockets, how they were made, the different types of doll. These are Kessner doll faces, Hubeck dolls. But this is a good resource book too. So if you're a collector of all dolls, this is a great book. Celluloid dolls. But again, BarbieRocks I enjoy the fascination of this hobby. I love how the community on social media has grown. How I just get tickled. You guys are so great out there, all you doll lovers. Some of you guys make the most fantastic videos. I am so like entertained by all your videos on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just love how the doll community has grown. You guys amaze me, and just a congrats to all you doll lovers there. But this book here, I just love it because very, very informative and educational book. So for example, let's see here. For example, let's look at a Kessner doll. Here it shows you the Kessner doll, how tall it is, 26 inches, how it was painted. A lot of artistry is in the paint itself, in the bisque, in the hair, in the clothing. So this book is a great book. It's called The Antique Collector Dolls by Patricia R. Smith. Here is another collector book that the Ultimate Doll Book. And this book I love. This book is by Caroline Goodfellow, Dorothy and Evelyn Jane Coleman, photography by Matthew Ward, Reader's Digest. So this book is fabulous if you want, again, information about antique collectible doll. This is a real great visual doll book, and it's very simplified, so you can just look at the picture, and it gives great descriptives of how the dolls were made. So look at this post 1880 old Beck and Galt shocked head. So that's what an 1881 would look like. The bisque shoulder head is attached to a stuffed cloth body. So very, very descriptive. Love the pictures in here because it shows you the doll, and it gives you a great descriptive of the doll. So really great read. Look at this, Alexander Doll Company. Look at how adorable these are. This doll book, I just love the grinder and the German dolls. So these are pretty neat and cool. Antique dolls gives you some great descriptive. Look at this doll. Look at this paper mache shoulder head glue. I'm surprised that these paper mache have lasted so long. But this is a doll lady with painted orange slippers. Is made in the 1830s. It's a typical Sonneberg export. So it's all wood carved, but isn't that an interesting doll? Okay, so this is a great book. Again, it's called the doll book, the Ultimate Doll Book by Caroline Goodfellow. This one is The Wonder of Barbie Dolls and Accessories from 1976 to 1986. So not only Barbie dolls, but accessories were fabulous too. And as collectors, it's really handy. Again, it's by Paris and Susan Manos. And again, it shows you all the accessories that you can collect and what they're worth. You know, we've got Wayne Gretzky, Donnie and Marie Osmond, what it's worth in box. So a great little book. Look at this doll. I've never seen Curtis. Curtis sold for a brief time only as free moving $75. I've never seen a Curtis doll in my life. But how interesting. Looks like a fabulous doll. 10 Years of Barbie. Okay, so this is a great little descriptive book. If you want to add that one to your collection. Learning about vintage fashion and clothing of Barbie is finding illustration books. This is a great illustration, how to draw vintage fashion from top designs on key looks. And this is by Thames and Hudson. This is a really great book because it shows you how to draw the silhouettes and shows you what was in style back then. And you know, Barbie would look fabulous in these fashions. Look at this one, that's great. But it gives you a lot of information on the different hairstyles during the different eras. Like here is a Victoria roll, up with curls. But great book, shows you how to draw model dolls. So this is a really, really great book. Look at this one. Look at this fashion here. 1960s fashion. One book, just how to draw vintage fashion. Okay, BarbieRocks I love is this one here, the collectible Barbie doll. And this one is a real big and heavy, so I think you would need to sit on a couch. You can't be cozy in your bed. It's not, look how big it is. This is my hand. So it's big, it's hardcover, it's heavy, but it's a great book to explore. Now, it's an illustrated guide to her dreamy world by Janine Fennick. This book is fabulous, so fabulous. This book is great quality paper. It's huge, so you'll get great descriptive, great illustration, a lot of great education. Look at this doll here. Bubble Cut's one of my favorite. I love vintage, but this Bubble Cut doll was Salt and Pepper Bubble Cut, designed by Michael Alexander. Has hair which is curled and then painstakingly hand-rooted plug by plug. And look at the fabulous look on that. OMG. She looks fabulous. Can you imagine plug by plug? That is fabulous. But this book is a lot bigger and it gives you a lot of information and illustration. Shows you like this 1992 Summer Fun and Fashion Fun Barbie dolls. 1990 and 1992. So this one here, I love because it's got a section on Bob Mackie. Look at those fabulous gowns. Wow. Look at that. So this is a great book. But here's your iconic Sweet 16 Barbie. Quick curl to the right. And there's a free moving Barbie to the left. And gives you a description of Sweet 16 Barbie doll 1974. Here's some more illustrations in this fabulous book. But if you can source out this book, you'll love it. So here's a twist and turn. She is wearing number 3604 Evening In. Isn't that elegant? That beautiful doll, Evening In. And in this one, she's got the side glancing eyes. And I find the side glancing eyes give it a real kind of elegant and classy look. But if you want to source out this book, look at this one, Titan Talking Barbie. Okay, so a lot of more fabulosa. This was my first Barbie doll. This is the only Barbie doll I ever had. And I remember Father bringing it home from a thrift store. And I only had one, maybe a few Barbie dolls, maybe 3 at the most. But I remember her being my very first one. I loved her. Okay, so let's keep looking. This book is bright and pink and fabulous. This book is Barbie, and it's by Marco Tosa, 4 Decades of Fashion, Fantasy, and Fun. This book is fabulous. It'll start with your vintage Barbie and move you right along to 4 decades. Isn't that fabulous? And these are all the iconic ones. It's by Marco Tosa and Harry and Abrams Inc., who are the publishers. But this is a great book to have. There are the contents, and it starts through Barbie from doll to icon, A Short Walk Through History, Barbie Haute Couture in 1959, Barbie in Fashions from 1960 and on, and then it's got Barbie in the Mirror, Professional and Pomp, and then Barbie in Colors of the World, and Barbie Approaches the Millennium. So a great book, and that's just so it starts out with a great history of Barbie, and then as this is what we need. We need to go over this family tree. BarbieRocks needs to go in depth. We need to find out who's related to who's married to who, who dated who, so here we start 1959 Barbie, 1960 Skipper, Francie, Casey, 1970 Fluff came in, Ginger came in, 1980 there was Scott, and then there's Jazzy, Kevin, Stacy, Whitney, Shelley, and then Barbie, that's Barbie's family and their friends. And then it goes through Barbie's friends. There's Ken, Midge, Alan, Christy, Brad, Steffi, Cara, Tracy, Whitney, Kira, Terry Lynn. We've got favorite animals, Barbie's favorite animals from 1970 to 1980 to 1990. So her remember in the 1970s she always had a horse, 1971 to 72, and then in the 80s she branched off and she started to have a lot of dogs. So she's got the Afghan Hound, she's got the 1985 Prince Poodle, she's got lots of pups, Prancer, she had a lot of kittens, horse, she even had a butterfly. So it gives you a background history, and then shows you about the how Barbie face was molded and painted. And then so this book is a really fabulous book. So it's a short walk through history, and it gives you the iconic Barbie doll, how the hair was styled, and remember the iconic Ruth Handler, the mother of Barbie herself. So a lot of background history. And then as we move forward, look at that. It even opens up. But this is a fabulous book here. How it flaps open. But what a beautiful book. So if you can source out that book for yourself, this is really a real great and educational book. So here how Barbie reflects some of the movie stars in the day. Like for example, here's Doris Day, and she's wearing a classic sweater coupled with a tweed skirt in the 1950s and 60s. And here's Barbie to the right, who imitated that fashion. And the open toe shoes. Okay, this is a great book. It's really bright pink when you take off the cover. But here, look at this. Here is a 1959 gay Parisian 1959, and will always be one of the chicest dress in the history of Barbie's wardrobe. This is to die for. Isn't that beautiful? The deep rich blue, the polka dots, the fun polka dots, and the open toe navy blue shoes. But look how beautiful that is. Okay, so if you source out this book, it gives a lot of descriptive history, a lot of the different purses Barbie had in the day. I've never seen all these colors, but cool. And those Barbie shoes to match the purses that I wish they sold. I wish they even sold repro sets of these. I would purchase them because they're so hard to find. But anyhow, Solo in the Spotlight, and 1960 dolls and onwards. Here there's a Francie, there's a Stacy, there's a Casey. But yeah, so this is another great book, and of course the iconic Marilyn Monroe. And this one here, look at this. Isn't she gorge? So this one here again is by Tossa Barbie, 4 Decades of Fashion, Fantasy, and Fun. And then the last book I want to show everybody is this one, In a Glamorous Fashion, The Fabulous Years of Hollywood Costume Design. Sometimes when you're out and about, like, get vintage books on movie star fashion, because these books will also show you decades of what was back in the day in the fashion world, and what how Barbie reflected that too. So this is a great book. It shows you all the beautiful, beautiful designs, like Ginger Rogers in 1936 wearing Swing Time. Isn't that a gorgeous gown? That would look fabulous on a Barbie doll. It goes through the history of the designer and the fashions that were designed for them, but fabulous. Here's Ginger Rogers again. There's a top hat in Fred Astaire. And more iconic fashion that was worn. Look at this gorgeous gown. And here is Bette Davis, and she's wearing a Southern Belle dress from 1938. So here's Bette Davis wearing a Southern Belle 1938 dress. It almost looks like one of Barbie's wedding dresses, but isn't that fabulous? Look at that gown. But again, this is a really great iconic book. So here, if you take a look, here is another fabulous dress. And this was worn by, here, let's read it. Dress worn by Marion Davies in Miss Glory in 1935. Wow, look at that gorgeous dress. But see, by just looking at older fashion books, it helps you, helps with your doll collection and all the many fabulous, fabulous gowns that you can source. And these gowns were all from Hollywood, and this breaks it down from the designer and the outfits they created. So this one here, let's take a look. So this sketch here was for Dietrich, and it was The Devil is a Woman in 1935, and there is the sketch drawing, and this is what it came out to look like with the designer. So what a fabulous, fabulous book. So if you can source out this book, I think you would love it. Talking about the designers back in the day and their designs. So they usually give a lot of history. So these are fun books. So this one here is In a Glamorous Fashion, The Fabulous Years of Hollywood by W. Robert Levine. What a great, great book. Okay, now I wanted to show you really quickly. I'm going to show you here. This is my vintage Barbie. I'm going to show you how I make these quick necklaces, and it's so easy. Now all you do is, you know when you have your Christmas ornaments that you use to hang your Christmas decor on, like that? Well, what I do is that all I did was I used this wire because it's already pre-cut. It's perfect. You don't have to do much, and all you have to do is beat it. And what I do is I take a pair of pliers and I just turn in the side of the wire. Once I beat the beads through, I bend the wire, and then I make it as a really quick, simple necklace like that. And it is so beautiful. So I hope you enjoy that. And this is what it looks like. Let me hold it up for you. And this is what the necklace looks like. And all I did was I used the pliers and I bent forward the end so the beads wouldn't fall out, and just beaded my necklace and placed it on Barbie and made her beautiful. So there's a really quick, easy tip on how you can make simple necklaces, quick and easy, within a few minutes and in different beads of your choice, and then apply it to your vintage dolls. So I hope you enjoyed that. So let me try and get a great look on Barbie. This is my bubble cut, and here she is. She's wearing the vintage necklace, and this is a white one that I made. See how simple that is? So have fun and keep creating, and thanks for tuning in with BarbieRocks, and we'll see you in the next video.